Everyone's Brett here, Lionheart 84, and what I'm going to have a look at now is one of my autumn purchases. This is Morris Nigra, and the variety is Repsine. Sorry if it's not quite focusing. This is a mulberry, of course. This is a black mulberry, and I got this one in the autumn, and obviously it was somewhat undersized, the pot it's in, but I didn't want to repot it in autumn. I wanted to give the roots a chance to establish a little bit more over winter, but I think it's time now to move it up into its large container, because the problem with this little container is the plant keeps falling over. I've had to lodge it up between several other plants, obviously. So I thought what I'd do is do an on-video repotting for anyone who was interested. It's a nice, straightforward, simple job, but there might be someone who's interested in seeing this mulberry repotted. So I'll stop the video and switch the lens around. So here we are back again. So all I'm planning to do is put this into this, and that should last in that for a couple of years in the garden, that size plant. So I think that'll be looks about the right depth, and it'll give me a chance to straighten the plant up in the pot as well. So I'm just going to quickly cut the polythene off, and we'll have a look and see if there's any sign of any roots. Yeah, pretty good really. Let me take the polythene off so you can have a look. As you can see, roots look fairly healthy. It's very wet, the soil actually. Nice colours to it. So all I'm gonna do is just tease the soil a little bit off the edges, which I'm not going to be able to do while I'm holding it up, and then transfer it to the other pot and try and straighten it up in the pot as well. Put a little bit of soil in the bottom of the pot first, of course. Now I'm using a nice free draining mix here, and I've added perlite to it as well, some organic matter. I don't want too much organic matter in there, because when you're growing these in containers, although you think they'd like the organic matter, it tends to compress down and cause problems with the roots. So what I'm going to do is see if I'm going to tease the root ball out a little bit, so that I can use a little bit of the soil that was already in there, because the plant's used to it. And it helps the plant adapt to the new soil conditions, because obviously I won't have exactly the same as the nursery, because I don't know what the nursery was using. That looks pretty good. And all we do is backfill, which I'm sure you're all aware. Backfill around the plant. Now some of this soil is soil that I've recycled effectively, because what I've done is I've taken the soil out of grow bags last year, so I have added some extra drainage to it and a little bit of extra food. Planted the plant exactly the same height it was. I'm going to give it a light watering, but I'm not going to give it too much of a watering, because the soil was quite waterlogged. Let me tilt the camera a little bit so you can hopefully see. Now what I'm going to do is I'll stop the film, switch it around, and let you have a look. That's the easiest way of doing it. Standing nice and straight now. I haven't gone up too many pot sizes, because I don't want to over pot it and end up with rotted roots, because even these outdoor hardy fruit trees can suffer from root rot problems if they get too wet in the pot. I've left a good half an inch to an inch of space around the top of the compost. That serves two purposes. That will allow me to water the plant without the water coming out the top of the pot, and it also leaves room for a little bit of top dressing because there will be some surface feeder roots here, because they're quite shallow root systems when they're young, the trees like this, and that will allow me to keep the plant fed as well. As you can see, it now looks it's nice and straight, whereas it was at an angle in the other pot before, and hopefully we'll get some decent growth on it this summer. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please remember to share the video with anyone you think might be interested in repotting a mulberry. Please subscribe to my channel, and obviously please remember to click the bell if you'd like to get updates. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.